I'm Raymond. You're watching RPadTV, and once again, Facebook has booted us off. So I'm going to have to manually delete this and re-add it. So, Carlos, tell them that joke you know.
All right,
That one.
So there was once a man from Nantucket.
Oh, right. Okay, we're back on Facebook.
Oh,
we can save your joke for next time.
Yeah,
Sorry,
this can editing room 4.
Yeah. So thanks for joining us at RPadTV for a special March Madness episode. We are hanging out with Mac, Carlos, as we go into 4 quarters of madness. We're talking about Daredevil, Born Again, Season 2, Invincible, Season 4, Monarch, Legacy of Monsters, Season 2 also, and a bunch of new trailers, 2 of which just came out today. So it'll be the new, the fresh, and the hot. Let's check in on the boys first. The boys, because that's starting next week too. Mac, how are you doing this fine Tuesday?
Pretty good here. I spent most of my day catching up on Monarch, so I could be here for this conversation.
Fantastic.
So altogether, not a bad day.
There are definitely worse things to be doing. I'm enjoying Monarch as well, although definitely have some issues, which we will delve into later.
Oh, interesting.
Carlos, how are you doing?
Yep, we're here. This is unfortunately the busy time in our personal lives because baseball season's starting.
That's right.
We got the kid back in Pee Wee, so he's starting his Pee Wee League debut. And then my wife's birthday is going to be happening soon, and then the older kid's birthday is going to be happening soon. So
that is a busy time for you guys.
There wasn't a sport I sucked at harder than baseball.
So it's funny, before we started rolling, we were talking about vision, and I kicked ass in baseball from like up until 5th grade when my eyes started changing, and then I couldn't see shit. I couldn't hit the ball anymore.
Yeah.
But up until then, I was like aiming for the fences.
I've had like legit fighter pilot level vision for years and years and years. Baffled my whole family, right? Like, and then all of a sudden, like somewhere last year, I was at my parents' house and like, hey, can you read me the number off the back of the TV? And I was like, sure, no problem. I walk over there and I'm like, I'm like, no, I can't even see it. And then, then at that point, we all knew that it was a downward spiral.
And that's a perfect segue as we talk about a man who can't see, Daredevil. So Daredevil Season 2 kicked off last week. 2nd episode is out today. I'm so excited for this because I loved Season 1, like half of it, because it was definitely run by 2 different teams, and you can tell. This time around, it's Dario Scardapane is seeing the whole thing through. He did the best parts of Season 1, and I'm excited to see where this goes. Carlos, what did you think of the first episode?
I enjoyed the action sequences, but the storyline, I can tell. Hold on, I think there's an ambulance passing by, but I'm gonna try to talk over. There's the storyline. I think is probably gonna give us like 2 or maybe 3 episodes to build us further, and I think we might get a little bit more action sequences to at least calm the internet over what's happening.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a lot of things that will take some time to flesh out. I mean, obviously I fully expect Kingpin not to be governor by the end of the series. So going from here to there, and who will take over? Because we saw in the Brand New Day trailer, Spider-Man getting the key to the city from the deputy mayor, who is probably the mayor at that point. So how does that happen? I'm curious to find out. Mac, you caught some of the episode. What did you think so far?
Yeah, so far, I mean, it gives me exactly what I wanted with Daredevil, right? It just kind of moves things forward, especially the story. I will say, I think he has a new suit.
Yes.
And
yes.
I really like it. And it looks awesome.
The black suit.
And this is the first time he's actually had the double D's on his tits. So, yeah, he never had the
pun intended.
He never had the symbol up until now. and fans were clamoring for it.
Yeah, I love the suit. So I think that was like the first thing that caught my eye. And then, like Carlos said, just the action, like that first episode kicks off and kind of just throws you right in, which is great. And that's, I think, what you want and what the people expect with Daredevil. So I think they did a good job. The story, again, I agree with Carlos. Like it's there, it's good enough. I can keep going with it. I don't feel bored or anything yet. Like, there's certainly shows that I can just like I'm hooked and I can't get up and leave the couch. And there's other shows where like I can go make a sandwich and come back and not care. Right. So like I'm somewhere in the middle on this one. Like it keeps me hooked enough where I don't want to leave the room because I'll miss something important. But like I hope like Carlos kind of also said, like if they pick up the intensity a little bit more in the next couple episodes, I think that'll solve the problem.
And they probably will. I think one of the things that looks pretty obvious after one episode is that Tony Soprano Jr. is going to be the scapegoat. He looks like he'll be the fall guy. That's the impression I'm getting. How about you guys? The other thing that I think is a little bit more complicated is with Matthew Lillard. I keep wanting to call him Shaggy. With Shaggy's character from the CIA. If you're not watching with subtitles, you kind of miss who he's working for. He's working from Val from the Thunderbolts, so played by Elaine from Seinfeld.
Mm-hmm.
So do you lose does his character lose you because
he's Shaggy?
Because it's Matthew Lillard, and all the roles like is there somebody else you would have liked to see in that kind of, because I don't see Matthew Lillard like just in general as like the guy who's commanding a room, right? Like just with all attention and like he's like it was a strange pick for me.
I had slightly negative expectations of him in this show at all, and I feel bad because I wonder if I'm influenced by Quentin Tarantino calling him a crap
and that
actor.
I think the time, like to me, the timing of him showing up in this feels convenient. Coming on the heels of the whole Quentin Tarantino like bashing, which I don't agree with. I like Matthew Lillard. I think he does. Yeah. I think he's an interesting character to watch. I just like it was the last person that I expected to be showing up in Daredevil and like in a strange role for somebody of his kind of persona.
See, I actually like him in this role because his character is kind of weird, and I think he's a weird dude.
Sure.
So I kind of like that he's definitely a bad guy, but he has this kind of this goofy charm about him.
So the dude in Scream.
Yeah, but I mean, I think a little bit more dangerous in a bigger scale than something in Scream. But I kind of like this role surprised me.
I would say pleasantly surprised so far.
Yeah. And for me, the ending with Matt getting saved by a certain off-screen marksman, I thought was very cool. I don't know. What did you think of the episode 1 ending, Carlos?
I thought it was I didn't expect that to happen, how he got saved. But did he have to like engrave something where Matt can't even read what's actually engraved?
See, I had this argument with a friend the next day. I mean, he can obviously read Braille. So to me, like he can read it just by touching the knife and seeing he could read it that way.
But does he know the alphabet? Like, because I would think he would be raised in Braille.
Well, he has to know the letters and what they are.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. I didn't have a problem with that. And I thought it was just such a cheeky bullseye.
Yeah, because he doesn't know he's blind, right?
Yeah. Now I gotta go back and finish
alluded
this
to
episode.
that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I'm done. That was my nitpick, but yeah.
No, I can see that. Like some people definitely, and I'm not saying I'm right and you're wrong. Like I could totally be wrong about Matt's ability to read with his fingers. But we shall see. I just thought it was very fitting, because Bullseye is such a dick. It totally works. What did you think of Matt's ex-girlfriend now working as like the official
clinical?
She's like the psychiatrist. Yeah, the psychiatrist for Manhattan, I guess, and her having PTSD from Muse.
I feel like I'm gonna quote like Deadpool. I feel like it's lazy writing.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's my knee-jerk reaction to that. I was like, really? Okay. Like,
I mean, that was my biggest disappointment in season 1 is the way they handled Muse, because I think he's such a cool character in the comics. He's just really cerebral, and he does some things that are just truly messed up. And I didn't get that in the show last season. But it kind of felt like a very, very, very watered down version of Muse. So I know where they're going with this, but I don't know if Heather Glenn. I don't really care.
See, that's why these are always fun, because I have no idea where they're going with it, and it's just like kind of more about just being on the roller coaster. But
right.
But so I'm not like planning and hoping for X or Y or Z to happen, because I don't know shit about fuck at this point.
Well, I could be wrong. I mean, I know where they went with it in the comics. They could be doing something different for the show entirely. So that's very much a possibility. But yeah, I'm very much hooked on this show, and I can't wait for more episodes starting tonight. How are you guys feeling about just the brief glimpse of the series we've gotten so far?
So far,
Carlos, you go
looking
first.
to see where it goes. Like you mentioned, you've read the comics. I've read the comics. So it's always fun to see what they take and what they bring to life and what they decide to take out. And that's where you and I can get into nitpicking here and there,
right,
and why it doesn't work for us. But just being able to find something that works for TV now, it doesn't seem like they have anything that they can hold back either, because it's graphic or anything like that. So they don't have that excuse. But it's going to be an adventure, I guess you can say, to see how it pans out.
So the 3 shows we're talking about today, I think Invincible is probably the one where all 3 of us are just really amped about this season so far. We are now officially halfway through Invincible season 4. Mac, what do you think so far?
Battle Beast.
Well, he'll be back.
I'm saying they're giving me exactly what I need, though. They're doing the tease the right way, and they're setting him up to be a super awesome kick-ass. Like when he comes back, like it's going to be an epic, awesome scene. So I'm just excited for that.
And I mean, they give you hope for like a whole planet of Battle Beast, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like they showed up, and I was like, "Oh, there's so many of them, and he's the tough one." Like that was I'm excited about that.
I mean, we already got Invincible beating up a giant dinosaur man.
Yeah, that was funny. Tougher than you would think for a dino dude.
Yeah, especially one that's almost like, I don't know, he's like dinosaur Thanos, and he wants to kill the population to save the planet.
Dinosaur Hulk Thanos.
Yeah.
No, honestly, I love it so far this season. It's given me everything you want with when you see a new episode of Invincible.
Carlos, what do you think so far, as someone that's read the books?
So far, so good. They've done a lot of like taking things out of the books page for page, seeing some of the sequences, some of the fights, getting a little bit more extended is pretty cool. We got that one added storyline that you and I talked about, and it was good to see. Are we gonna give spoilers, or are we just gonna?
Let's do it.
Okay, it was good to see that Damien Darkblood returned.
That was a cool episode.
I love that episode so much, but I want to see, Carlos, why did you love that?
Because it was something that I kind of like that character, because it reminds me of a combination of like the gargoyles that we have from Disney, but also Hellboy and Hellboy,
right,
and McGruff.
And plus the I think one of Kirkman's intents is like the absurdity of, hey, if you put a trench coat on anyone, they're a detective.
Yeah,
like that.
I love that he's just wearing like an adult onesie and then a trench coat. Like a techno onesie and a trench coat.
I love this scene too, where he keeps taking the helmet on and off to talk.
And like he's like, dude, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? Like,
Yeah, and it just pokes fun at all the times like Marvel does it with their nano masks with Iron Man and Ant-Man and those guys.
Right.
Star-Lord as well.
Mhm.
Star-Lord. Plus Clancy Brown is just a universal treasure.
Yeah.
This episode in general has some incredible guest actors. Obviously, we have Clancy Brown. Mark Hamill is back. He plays Art, the costumer, who we've seen a couple of times.
Mm-hmm.
Kate Mulgrew from Star Trek. She plays Damien's sister.
Mm.
Indira Varma, who many people know as Ilaria Sand on Game of Thrones. She was on on Obi-Wan. She plays Volcanica. She was the
Yeah,
bad
she's one of
guy.
the Sand Snakes. Okay.
Yeah. She's mommy Sand Snake.
Yeah.
And Chloe Bennett, who plays Riley, who finally gets possessed by the stand-in for Mumra.
Quake.
She is in that as well. Oh yeah, she plays Quake in what's that show called again?
The
Agents of Shield. Yeah, but yeah, it was a pretty packed episode. But I love this episode because it's original for the series, so it gives people like me and Carlos something new.
Yeah.
It's also something Kirkman wanted to do in the original comics, but because of budget and time constraints, he never got to do. But now that he's rich and famous, he can do whatever
I don't know.
he wants.
I don't know what it is about like delving into the underworld, if you want to call it that, but like, you know, it's the same reason I feel like I like this episode in particular for the same reason that I really enjoyed the original Constantine movie with Keanu Reeves, and also that I'm excited about there's a Constantine 2 in the works.
Yeah.
Right. So I feel like it's like just that whole perspective of like, you know, is there heaven, is there hell, like what is it, who's actually there. Like I love the fact that Satan was just like a tiny little blob dude until he became like yoked. So I thought it was funny.
And I thought it was great that the guy that gave Mark the pick-me-up he needed was this demon detective that
right. Again, it's like he's like, I can't fight for Satan.
Yeah. But yeah, that was an interesting part. Going back to this scene, it was an interesting conversation they had about, you know, Mark asking if there's a heaven and Damien saying, you know, not everything
not the way you understand it.
Exactly. Like not everything needs a balance like, you know, humans often perceive or write things to be. But yeah, I just thought it was a great episode. Another thing I like is how they're giving Nolan more depth, extending and adding a few twists that weren't in the original print, but they're just making him more sympathetic and to me more interesting. But also, you know, having an incredible actor.
They're trying to attach your emotions to him.
Yeah. What do you think, Carlos, of Nolan's journey so far in season 4?
I'm enjoying the buddy cop thing that they have going here.
Yeah,
I also enjoy that we get those panels brought back to life of them being in the bootleg Star Trek USS Enterprise. Of you know, you get some more context because in the comic you don't get that interaction with Alan and his boo. It's just
Well, I mean, they do bone.
Yeah, every other scene is them boning.
Yeah, but it's just like now you get to hear it come to life, and then you get to see Nolan experience it kind of a little bit more. And like you can just imagine it when you're reading it, but now you get the whole 3D immersion of it.
They changed her a bit from the comics as well, because in the comics she was just like generic sexy alien, but they actually gave her things to do and a purpose in the coalition in the show, which I like. It also made her more interesting. Also, we had a bunch of Black Panther actors this episode. Winston Duke played that spacer racer guy who's
Oh yeah.
And Denai
Guerrera.
Yeah, she was in who also worked with Kirkman in Walking Dead, of course. What was her character's name in the first episode? I forgot already. That's bad. But yeah, she plays that like Amazonian type Universa. Yeah, but very, very cool. Like this cast is so loaded. It's kind of
It
ridiculous.
feels like they're in their zone as far as the writing and
Yeah.
like, the way the voice, like the core voice casters, the voice cast has their character down, and it doesn't seem to affect even the people that come in for like a guest spot, like whether we get, like you mentioned, Winston Duke, Denai, Mark Hamill, who hasn't been like for the past, is it 2 seasons he hasn't been on, so just to have him
Yeah.
back.
Did they
Yeah.
switch voice actors for Oliver to be a little bit older?
I think they did, because I don't know if, I mean, it would be very difficult for
Yeah.
kid to age exactly in time.
Yeah. I was just gonna say, like, even as like again a more prominent cast member in the show than he's been previously,
Yeah.
like it seemed like the voice work for Oliver is also like really in tune with everybody else in the show.
Yeah. And plus he's just older and has more interesting things to say
Yeah.
at that age, where he's basically a second grader last season. And since Thraxans grow fast, he's a teenager already in the span of the year. Mac, I wanted to ask you a question about
Don't do that.
Eve. as a someone that didn't read the books, what do you think of Eve possibly being pregnant?
I don't know if it's possibly being pregnant. I think she's pregnant, right? Like,
yeah,
no, that's not like a spoiler alert. I did not expect that. Like, I'm not surprised by it, just given where they've kind of pushed the narrative. But like, it didn't shock me that was the reason that like her powers are kind of turning off. But it makes sense.
Now, did you guys have a problem with Mark going back to the whole dragon and brick world, because there's so much to do?
Yeah, it seems like if you had to put like footage on the cutting room floor, that should have been it.
Yeah, because I'm much more interested in the pending Viltrumite war. I mean, I get why they needed to do it for character development, but
I was gonna say it's more an Oliver storyline, I think.
I 100% agree. Yeah. So,
but I think some of those like character, like the rock skin dude, what's his name?
Brick.
Is it Brick?
Bulletproof.
No, the guy who like grows the rock skin.
They talking about the guy who hired him. I forget his name too. Who called him in to fight against the big dragon.
The dragon.
Oh yeah. Isn't isn't his name Bulletproof?
I don't know. I don't remember. I don't think so. But anyways, I like he's the only character in that kind of group that I kind of like. All the other what was it, like Coinhead or what's his name?
Machine Head.
Machine Head. It's a stupid character. The other guy who can teleport is, I mean, cool. Like it just seems like that's a world of just like all the like the B team characters.
Yeah.
That's why they're the street level bugs and not the destroying the earth.
Yeah. Like I turned into a fucking dragon and
yeah, but I totally agree. Like I think they wanted to bring it back, but I think they just brought it back too soon. And maybe if they would have waited until the next season, until like season 5.
Yeah, I could see that making a little bit more an easier pill to swallow, if you want to call it that.
But still, I mean, even though I'm complaining about it, it's a very, very minor complaint, because I've really enjoyed the first 4 episodes so far.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, because it's just one.
But again, I would have rather watched whatever time they dedicated to all that stuff. I would have rather seen more of Alan the Alien. I would have rather seen more of Battle Beast. I would have rather seen, like, it's like there's plenty of other things they could have covered for me in that time.
I completely agree with you. Now, there is another show that is also getting the halftime treatment, but before we get to that, Carlos, can you give us an update on?
Well, like I mentioned earlier, life is getting in the way.
Yes.
So we are putting out shorts. I just put out a recent short about WrestleMania 14. The Raging Climax is the name of the pay-per-view, where I posed a question that everyone seems to believe that was the birthplace of the Attitude Era when
Ooh.
Stone Cold beat HBK for the title. But I had always been in contention that Shawn Michaels, the Heartbreak Kid, had long set the Attitude Era into movement and about 2 or 3 WrestleManias earlier when he started his persona of the Heartbreak Kid.
I agree. I agree with you very much so. Like his promos with Brett were really pushing the envelope for wrestling at that time. So, and plus didn't he like hump the Canadian flag during those promos and stuff like that? So
Definitely.
that's what's more didn't he put her like pick his nose with the Canadian flag?
Yeah,
too?
he did everything. He picked at it, hawked the loogie, and then did the old clean between your junk type of motion with the Canadian flag. Yeah, he did everything.
I couldn't have any less idea what you guys are talking about.
That means you had to go and check out my short.
I know.
Then.
It's just crazy.
Yeah.
You guys could be speaking fluent Russian right now, and I'd be like, yep.
I mean, I love that match he had with Cold Steve Austin, as Danhausen calls him, just because the amount of pain his back was in, and you can tell after he took some of those bumps, you can just how he winced and how he moved, but was still able to pull off a pretty good match, and with a totally wrecked back. And I really thought that was the last time we were going to see him, but thanks to advancements in modern medicine and possibly him finding God, he came back. Was it 4 years later? Something like that.
Yeah, something like that. He came back. No, 4.5, because he came back in Survivor Series or something like that. So
that's right. So if you want to check out more Revisiting the Mania, go to Carlos's website. There are direct links in the Facebook and YouTube description. I totally zapped your Chiron, Carlos. I feel really bad about it. I'm like, where is it? I wanted to scroll. I'm like, oh
wow.
But yes. If you want to be like Cold Steve Austin and just be like a totally cool dude, you should buy an RPadTV t-shirt available on Amazon.com. You can be certified guapo in heather gray, or you can go blue, green, maybe purple if you want. You
Color royalty.
You can have friends everywhere, especially in a dashing orange, which is Mac's preferred t-shirt color.
Mustard's my preferred all color.
It's
really?
It's a great color.
Orange is my favorite color. Makes no sense.
Orange is the new Mac. Love it. And we got
that's your new shirt right there. Orange is the new Mac.
Filipino American t-shirts available on Amazon.com. Of course, you can like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Danhausen would do it, and so should you. Now, the other show that is also at the halfway mark is Monarch Legacy of Monsters Season 2. I enjoyed the first season a lot. This season, I'm enjoying, but not as much as the first one. Mac, you just binged a whole bunch of them. What are your impressions of the halftime?
So I feel the same about this as I kind of feel about Daredevil, right? Like it's doing enough to keep me interested. I like that they're focusing a little bit more on Kong this round versus Godzilla in the prior season, and then I mean there's other monsters as well, but like there's been a heavy focus on King Kong so far, which has been fun. And then but yeah, it's just intriguing enough to see where what they're gonna do, right? Where is this all headed, right? I think that's like the most the light at the end of the tunnel is still pretty bright with that one, right? Like you still kind of wonder where the show is going.
Yeah, for sure.
But so far it's been fun, a fun ride.
See, I think why you like it is why I'm not enjoying as much, because I like Godzilla way more than King Kong. Not sure why. I just was never into King Kong.
I like them both, but monkeys are always funny.
And I think maybe this show works better as a binge, where I've been watching it weekly and I'm kind of like, not not a lot happened in that hour. So I don't. Maybe it works better as a binge, but
Yeah, I still think it's fun to see, like, again, they do a lot of bouncing around between different timelines,
I
and I
like that
think
part.
it is really, really fun to watch Wyatt Russell and Kurt Russell play the same. Like, as I said this last time when we talked about it last year, but like, it's just fun to watch that take on playing a character happen in, like, again, is a binge watch, right? You're watching an episode like in real time, just the kind of character continue to develop and do. I mean, you're getting a lot more backstory about that character this season.
Yeah. But I actually think I agree with that point that's definitely interesting. But I think it's actually more interesting watching Marie Yamamoto, who plays Kay,
Yeah, 100%.
playing off both of those characters at different ages, different stages of life, whereas she's
Yeah.
pretty much not a lot has changed for her, but massive changes for the Lee then and the Lee now. Or I did not take a screen
No,
name.
you didn't.
Now Lee. God damn it. But yeah, I love her as an actor. She was tremendous in Rental Family, which I recommend.
Yeah, she's great.
See.
Still weird, still very weird to me to see Anders Holm in a serious role. Like, I'm still waiting for the two other guys to fucking jump out of like a door somewhere,
I liked the development they gave him because now it just makes a bit more sense why he turned into the version. Yeah.
The only thing that doesn't make sense is how he aged in those.
How he went from this into like John Goodman.
Yeah, he ate. He went on a diet of Cheetos and Budweiser for the next few years. Yeah, the years.
Was it John Goodman who played him in the early episode? It was.
Oh, in the Kong Skull Island movie.
Yes, and in the movie.
Yeah, go memory.
Yeah. Carlos, how about you? What are you thinking about Monarch season 2?
Like we mentioned, we do enjoy this MonsterVerse kaiju verse that they have going on here. It's like Raymond, I'm more of a fan of Godzilla, and it's mostly because that's more the movies that you got to see early Sunday if you woke up or late Sunday afternoon and on TV and the local channels because you were too poor to afford basic cable. But that's another great.
That's a different podcast.
Yeah, exactly. But that's primarily why the whole thing is going on here. But
that's a great point, though. I never really gave that much consideration. Is that there was a lot more Godzilla material in syndication when we were kids.
Oh, sure. And you said there's an association of like rage and anger and destruction with Godzilla, which is awesome. And King Kong, not the same extent, right? Like
he's a kidnapper. He kidnapped that poor woman.
He's a creep.
He kidnapped Naomi Watts and took her against her will.
So maybe it's I don't know. Either way, I still like
was Faye Dunaway in the original?
Yeah, Faye Dunaway's the original. Yeah.
So he's a serial kidnapper. He has a pattern.
Yeah. So, but
we've
besides
turned this dark.
Besides that whole timeline that we're just talking about here, I like the timelines. We haven't got enough of it as much as we did as getting more exposition, in particular into this the Titan they're chasing.
The giant shellfish
and the little beetle or like the little sea fleas that are like tagging along
I
with
call them bootleg kabutos. And it's just the Pokemon.
What are those things that attach to
lampreys, barnacles?
Yeah.
So,
but with that, I think I'm trying to figure out where this goes because I think in the timeline they say they're in 2020 is what they're approaching.
Yeah,
and I believe that's the timeline where they're working on this thing with May about tapping into the synapses of the Titan so they can control it. So we're getting the beginnings of Apex doing the Mecha Godzilla that we eventually get later on with the Godzilla Kong movie
with Tywin Lannisters.
Yes, and then they mentioned another time, which was 2023. Which would probably be the one that was that A New Kingdom?
Yeah, it
The
was.
one when it came out, where the like super flashy fluorescent
Oh,
Godzilla.
Pink Godzilla and
Yeah.
King Kong with the Nintendo Power Glove.
Yes.
I hated that movie so
Yeah. So I don't. So I
What
think
movie was that?
I think that was the most
a
recent one,
new
right?
empire or something like that. I think is what it's called.
Interesting. I have to go check that out.
Yeah.
It's you should. I think part of it is so bad that you should watch it. 'Cause,
You should.
like the King Kong with the Power Glove thing was. I thought that was so dumb.
That's the I'm in. So you had me at King Kong with Power Glove.
Yeah. So we're getting, for some reason, we're revisiting these, like getting breadcrumbs for those for movies that already happened, which I don't mind, but I feel like we
I
need
think
to
world
focus on.
building.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
world building that we need to get to is the movie that's coming in 2027, which I think, if we're gonna be spoiling it, I think the Titan they're chasing down here is probably gonna be one of the villain Titans
Oh,
of the 2027 movie that we're getting.
See what I was expecting to happen so far, and maybe I haven't gotten there yet, but I was expecting Godzilla to show up and to take out the other Titan that's swimming towards San Francisco.
nope, no
Nope.
Godzilla yet, except in
No.
flashbacks.
Yeah, I don't think we're
Yep.
gonna get it just because what
I
is
thought it was
we're
gonna be
here
like a
for
surprise
Blue?
cameo. He just like pops out and like just socks the thing
No,
right in
they
the
have
face.
to. They have to do the whole. They both need each other to beat this Titan, and that's what's
Yeah,
gonna build up toward that 2027 film next year.
Mm.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, Godzilla will come in eventually, but
The
I think
parachute.
no. I think next episode they try to invent like a Godzilla phone.
Yeah,
And it doesn't quite work, but then eventually it will work.
I'm
But
now
I
calling my cell phone Godzilla phone.
what I wanted was like a Land of the Lost scene where like the giant shellfish monster like goes into like a steaming like a big steam geyser, and then King
Then
Kong
they're
is just eating them.
then they're just stoned and eating it.
Yeah, like, that would make me outstandingly happy if they stole from Land of the Lost.
Yeah, that'd be great.
One of the things, speaking of the giant shellfish monster, or this is Kate's Godzilla flashback, but like Kate's storyline so far this season is doing absolutely nothing for me. Like it's not interesting, or I don't see how it plays into a part of it. Like she went home, she's like, I'm tired of this monster hunting shit.
She's the one who did it, though.
Yeah, but what? Why do they need her? Like, what does she bring to?
They don't.
Group? I mean, we need a really attractive woman for screen time, but
that's basically it.
Yeah,
but we're gonna have to lose one of these, right? Because K has that same type of seismic telekinesis, whatever they're calling this. So I guess we're gonna have to lose her, right?
I mean, might as well. They're killing that family off one by one.
I feel Ray. I feel like you feel about her like you felt about that one character in the shitty Star Wars show.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, she's a better actress, though. Kate is the better actress.
Yeah, no, like there's just nothing to her role, though. That's the thing. She's doing a great job at filling a pointless role.
But she's becoming the monster whisperer in the movies. Isn't 11 like the monster whisperer? Or what did she do? Yeah, or no?
Oh,
no,
yeah. I forget. Yeah, I forget that she's in the movie as the daughter of the Vera Farmiga. I forgot whatever his name is. Yes. She's kind of like
I keep wanting her to do like 11 shit in the Godzilla movies, but she doesn't, and it makes me sad because I don't know what the point is. She's not.
There's a lot of things that they've left. Like the idea of making this show is good, like overall, but they're doing a very poor job of actually talking to each other, which is an issue that happened when Marvel tried to introduce their TV shows and try to build in some of the movie elements to it. So if they could find a way to fine tune this, and I don't know if it's from the Toho side, because Toho is probably like, no, we're working on our own Godzilla. We can't give you too much, or if it's just some issue with Legendary or Apple Legendary. Something's happening, but they need to fix it. So if they want to make this one big kaiju verse work,
There isn't a guy like the Godzilla universe doesn't have a Kevin Feige kind of guy like bringing it all together.
It should.
It should absolutely. I think that would address.
I nominate Carlos.
Do it. But yeah, I mean, Carlos is absolutely right. There's definitely a divide between all these things. Like to me, the Godzilla things I look forward to the most are the Japanese movies. One,
for sure,
by far. And then the series, I enjoyed Monarch season 1. I'm enjoying season 2. And then way below that, I'll watch them with no expectations of enjoying them are the American Godzilla movies, which I really...
The one with Matthew Broderick?
Oh, no. I don't know. I think I might like that one better than the King Kong with the Nintendo Power Glove movie. I don't know. That one, it just really bothered me.
We'll have to rank these.
I already love it.
I don't know. Let's see. Let's see when you actually watch it.
Yeah, you're gonna get a very angry text later.
Okay, I think I'm over Monarch. I will see it through, and I'm sure I'll enjoy it. But I sincerely doubt it will be.
I'm looking forward to the rest.
Favorites.
I want to finish the season.
Yeah. Let's go to the fourth quarter, close things out with a bunch of trailer talk. 2 new trailers dropped today, one for Masters of the Universe and Supergirl. But before we get to those, 2 weeks ago, a trailer for Maul, the Shadow Lord, came out. And I think all 3 of us are amped for that. Carlos, you're a big Maul fan from Clone Wars and Rebels. Are you excited for a Maul series or not?
I am excited, but I'm also more I'm getting ready to hate it, and I'm going to tell you why.
Yes,
I enjoyed all that has been brought forth. I was against Maul coming back during the Clone Wars, but they did such a great job of kind of giving him like a redemption arc,
second wind.
So just the way that he started, he had all this hate, and that's what kept him alive, and that's still feeding into the whole lore of being one with the dark side. So,
right.
And then he kind of gets with the Thousand Sisters. He loses his spider legs. He gets his, his cybernetic legs, and then he becomes King of Mandalore, and he has like super Mandalorian legs, and then he realizes that he has to help the Jedi take down Palpatine. And then that's probably, I think, primarily what's going to be like the whole premise of the show. And then we're going to have to end it knowing that throughout this whole redemption arc that Maul's having, he fails. He fails because he's still obsessed and getting split in half by Obi-Wan in episode 1.
I don't know. Is that something you can let go if some dude with a laser sword cuts you in half? Is that
you're alive? It's not like you're dead anymore. You're like Force Ghost hunting him or whatever.
But if you know that guy is out there that cut you in half,
I wouldn't go messing with him. I'd be like, you know what? I'm back in one piece. I'm like, he cut me in half.
It's a big galaxy. You stay over there.
Yeah, there's plenty of room.
Yeah, exactly. He's hiding off in Tatooine. I can just keep running on my illegal spices and things like that. So,
I guess that's one part we didn't see, like the Maul as a crime lord.
And I thought we were gonna get it with that whole thing that how the Solo story ended. They just bailed on it.
Right. Well, I mean, there was supposed to be more of that, but
yeah.
I still like the Solo movie.
I think it's really underrated. It's
Sorry to derail, but
I just can't get over Aiden. Aiden Ehrenreich, whatever his name is.
Heidenreich?
Young Solo.
Yeah. And plus, it's a shame because I wanted to see more Khaleesi as well. I like Khaleesi. Mac, what did you think of the Maul trailer? You're a big fan of this character too.
Yeah, like I'm not as well versed in all of it. I mean, I've seen the Clone Wars, and I know the general story arc of it all. I think it's interesting, and I think it's probably the right dose of Star Wars for Star Wars fans that have been starving for something that should be what I'm assuming is going to be as cool as this.
Yeah.
Right? I feel like we talked about this before. I feel like there's so many Star Wars shows that like the risk of them being bad has always been like, oh, you know, and now I think this one is giving people a little bit of a beacon of hope.
Yeah. I also wonder too for people like my brother who did not watch Clone Wars or Rebels. He was like, how the hell is this guy alive? Like, he did not go.
Yeah, are they gonna have like a recap at the front end of it? You know,
I mean, there's a lot to cover. That'd be one hell of
a good 15-minute recap.
Yeah. I mean, you have the whole spider legs thing, as Carlos said. I mean, yeah, that should be how they divide it. Like the leg periods of Maul, like
yes,
original legs, spider legs, cybernetic legs, Mando legs, and then dead. So
no legs,
and then no legs. Yeah,
yeah.
The first
he gets spliced in half.
Version 2.
I'm excited for it because Sam Witwer is just amazing as this character, and you know, Ray Park was cool in The Phantom Menace, but what do you say, like 5 words in that entire movie?
I mean, I think we realized his extent of acting because he was Snake Eyes, wasn't he, in those terrible G.I. Joe movies?
Yep. Can you just shut up and do a bunch of flips and somersaults and stuff? Yeah.
And he is. did he say anything as Toad in the X-Men movies?
Like a one-liner, you know? Like sure boss or something stupid like that, you know?
Yeah, because his voice, he has like a high-pitched, like silly, he sounds like David Beckham pretty much.
Oh,
so yeah. I understand why he's not speaking, but Sam Witwer, man, what a voice. Like I love hearing him scream Kenobi. Like,
yeah,
he's so good. And his scenes with Ezra and Rebels just also so.
I never thought that this guy who did a terrible job as being I can't believe I lost the name of, but he was on Smallville, and the guy who kills Superman in the comics, I keep forgetting the
Darkseid?
No.
He was Doomsday. Yeah.
Doomsday. He plays Doomsday on Smallville, and I go, this guy was such a terrible actor as portraying Doomsday, and now he's a very good voice actor, and he portrays a very good Maul. So
incredible Maul. I think very good is undercutting it.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to it, but I'm ready to be pissed off at it. So that's where I stand.
No, that's fair. Very fair. Now, guys, I need your help with this one because so many of my friends were excited by the Masters of the Universe trailer today. And I'm like, I'm going to watch it, but it just doesn't look any good to me right now.
What?
Yeah. I mean, Mac, I know you were excited about the trailer.
Yeah. No,
why.
I think...
I love the
don't
cartoon.
know. Like I'm the guy who owned every one of these toys growing up, and so I watched every episode of the cartoons. Like it's just the thing that you know. So I see that I thought it was great. I think it gives you so much of a, and again, keep in mind what we're comparing against too, like the '80s version Dolph Lundgren movie, right? Like it gives you such a good, better, deeper scope of like what could have been done in this universe to sell you or a wider audience of moviegoers on these characters and why they're weird and cool.
No, I get that, but I think, I don't know. The lead characters, I'm just not excited about. Like,
and again, they cast nobody as, you know, He-Man. As far as I understand, he's a no-name actor.
I saw him actually in one movie I really liked called Bottoms, where he just played this like high school football jock. But that's the only thing I've seen him in, and you know he didn't leave much of an. It wasn't his movie.
Yeah, and then they didn't really do. I mean, in the trailer for me, they didn't give Skeletor enough of a moment to like really kind of deliver the character.
Well, I mean, I'm not looking forward to Jordan Catalano playing Skeletor just because I don't know. I'm still not over Morbius. So, but a lot of the supporting cast, like Morena Baccarin as Sorceress, Idris
Yeah.
Elba as Man at Arms, and especially Alison Brie as Evil Lynn, I'm super looking forward to.
Yeah, those are all giggity. Like, I'm excited about all those. Like,
But I don't know. It looks so. It just seems like such a B-level movie when it could be more. Or am I expecting too much?
I think go in expecting a pretty great B movie. Right? Like, I have zero. Like, the original movie holds a very special place in my heart, along with all of the like Ice Pirates and other really bad 80s sci-fi movies. Like, they all just came out, they all hold a special place. Like, if He-Man were on right now and I was flipping through TV channels, I would have no choice but to stop and watch it, right? Like, that's just the way life goes. So I'm just excited that there's another one of these coming.
When I think about that movie, I'm like, Frank Langella did this really? Because I think he's a great actor, and then he did this completely garbage movie. I don't know, and I'm saying that as someone that loved the cartoon and the toys, and all that.
Of its time, though, was the old He-Man movie like?
I thought it was shit then.
Really, like, you did, like, when you saw it then, the special effects were like what is this crap?
Well, it wasn't the special effects. I hated that dwarf goblin character.
Yes,
I forgot that guy's name. No,
not Orko. Was
they made him
or
something for the movie, but I think he was just terrible.
And also, just for the entire plot of the movie was fucking terrible. So it was really bad. Like, a little musical toy could open up a portal to what it was really bad.
Kristen Wiig is Roboto, by the way, so that I'm looking forward to.
That would be good. I'll be expecting a lot from her in that role.
Mm-hmm.
And the Mountain from Game of Thrones plays Goatman.
Oh, I thought you said the Mountie. I was like, what? Mountie?
I wonder if we're gonna I gotta go back and look up the cast and see what other characters, good and bad, will show up in the movie, because there were so many. Like, that's the thing. There's a ton of characters.
Okay, who is your favorite He-Man action figure? Mac.
Probably the Battle Cat, just giant green tiger. And again, because
that could talk.
Because toys are cool, right? Like, anybody could ride him. Didn't matter what was happening, So it was just a cool toy to have. And then I had the castle too, so that was also fun, but huge and took up too much space.
Carlos, who was your favorite Masters of the Universe toy?
I don't know. I didn't have any. I saw other kids playing with them, and I thought the castle was pretty cool.
Yeah,
but I think that's as far as my extent on that.
The castle is cool in the same way that the G.I. Joe aircraft carrier toy is cool, right up until you have it in your house.
I actually have dreams of winning the lottery and making a house with a Castle Grayskull facade in the front. But my favorite toy was Ram Man, because it was a cool toy that it had that spring-loaded
feet,
and plus I just like the character whose purpose was to bash his head with things, like
to run through walls.
Like, that's your power. I'm like, okay, let's go with it.
Yeah, it's fun.
But last but certainly not least, we got a trailer for Supergirl. I am so amped about this movie, and God, I'll let you guys go first. Carlos, what did you make of the trailer, and does it make you more excited for the movie?
I don't know if it makes me more excited for the movie. I was very much looking forward to it because of what book they're actually adapting this from.
Yeah.
One. And two, it seems to be staying true to mostly the characters here.
There's some visual changes, but a lot of the scenes in this trailer were, frame by frame, almost like an Invincible level, frame by frame from the comics.
Yeah. So, and then it seems that Jason Momoa has really found his niche.
His Lobo.
Yeah, he is Lobo. I'm not sure why they wanted him as Aquaman, But yes, this is him. This is his character. He's the embodiment of Lobo.
Very much so.
And now it makes me want to think if there's any other past characters that they can recast that's not Ezra Miller into
Yeah.
other roles. You know, like did we miss? There was a miscasting somewhere else as far as any of the.
That'd be a
previous
good
work.
topic. Miscastings.
Oh, and on a related note, they recasted Ezra Miller's character from Invincible because
Oh yeah, we forgot that one. Yeah,
because of him being problematic.
Because he's a creep.
Him just being Ezra Miller.
Yeah, that's such a shame because
Who was he supposed to be in Invincible?
he played the doctor that made the Reanimen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but there's a new actor for that this season. But I liked Ezra Miller as an actor in Perks of Being a Wallflower. I thought he was tremendous.
Yeah, I think that was his best role in my.
He was
opinion.
okay as the Flash.
To me, he was more Wally than Barry.
Yeah, for sure. Totally. That makes way more sense.
But what a oh god, like who ruined their career more, Flash or Kang? There's an episode.
Yeah, it's this competition.
I think he's getting cast. What's that actor's name? I can't remember now. The one that played Kang.
He's still getting cast. I did not know that.
He was being brought up on some
Jonathan,
series.
what's his name?
Jonathan Majors. Thank you.
I always call him Jonathan Winters because it's funnier.
But Jonathan Majors, I think he's been like talked about, but he hasn't been like winning anything as far as getting back into the acting. Good graces again.
Yeah, because I mean, right now, like I think both of them are at like Shia LaBeouf levels of.
God, can that guy just go away?
Like, Shia LaBeouf? Yeah. He can't. Apparently, he needed to pee and
go away. The world doesn't need any more of him.
I agree, but I don't know. I'm kind of enjoying watching the videos of him being arrested and stuff in different countries.
I do like the part where he's trying to pick fights with people and then getting his ass whooped. Like that's fun. But other than that.
But apparently I was reading this article that used him as being like the role model of this current wave of homophobia that's going around. I'm like, oh, well, thanks for that, Shia.
Yeah, cool. You're the poster of that.
I was like, God damn it. But yeah, let's stick to something more positive. Mac, what did you think of this trailer? And
so a little bit of context. We were talking earlier about eyesight, and a few months ago, Ray gave me for Christmas. You gave me the comic that the movie is predicated on, and I've realized that my eyesight is such shit at this point that I can't read the text in any of the panels. So also in parallel, I am in the middle of raising a puppy here at the house, and I'm not on the happy side of that experience. So anything dog related to me right now is like, man, this is all I deal with all day long. So when I kind of saw today, like the whole point of the movie is that somebody took her dog. It felt kind of, reminiscent of what we saw in the last Superman movie in terms of like kind of like a plot and some narrative. And then, but I'm not totally disappointed. It's just like, to me, it's just like, oh, more dog stuff. Like, so,
I mean, it's part of the plot.
It does look like all the bar fight action scene kind of at the end where you just see her like, oh, this is going to hurt you guys. Like, I meant you guys, like, so, and she's just, you see people flying, around, and then her and Lobo fighting. Was it together? It looked like
they're fighting together, and I love that line. Like he said something like, "Are you that bitch from the bar?" He's like,
funny. That's what I was gonna say about you. Yeah, that was good. Like, and I like her. Like she's
got swag.
She seems young and scrappy enough that you don't when you saw Angelina Jolie in whatever that really big Salt was it called action movie was, and she just looked like wafer thin frail, and it's like it was unbelievable to see her as like a really kind of heavy hitting action star. I feel like the girl's playing Supergirl, like I forget her name.
Millie Alcock.
Yeah, she just has like an air to her that like it's believable that if she was superpowered, she would whoop this much ass.
Yeah.
She carries the role well.
I mean, I do hope you will go to like CVS or something. What are the drugstores in LA? You have, what do you have? Longs out there, Walgreens.
Well, all of them, yeah.
So suck it up, get some reader glasses because it's such a great book. It's so good.
I have some here somewhere, and like I'll try them on, and I'll like as long as I sit down and just read and don't walk anywhere and catch myself in the mirror because I look like a goon. Like it's not a good look on me. I got to find the right glasses.
Like Tom King has written some of my favorite comics in the last 20 years. Like his
I will put in an effort to finish the comic.
But I love some of the shots in this. I mean, obviously the Lobo one is seeing more of him. In the first trailer we got in January, we only got a second and a half of him, but we got a lot more, and we got to hear him and see him swinging around his chain. So that
is that grenade at the end of the chain? What's that?
Oh, that he's wearing? Yes.
Yeah. Space grenade.
Yeah. And yeah, he looks the part, but I mean, I've already watched this like 5 times and just looking for like this shot. I love this shot so much. And it's also straight out of the books as well. Like I wasn't sold on Millie Alcock because she was not my favorite part of House of the Dragon by any means. I thought she did okay, but I liked
same
older Rhaenyra better than younger Rhaenyra.
Mm-hmm.
Although it's actually reversed for Alicent for me, oddly enough. But yeah, in this, I'm just very excited to see where this goes. Like so far it looks like, as Carlos said, they're being very faithful to the book. They're making some visual changes that I think make more sense for James Gunn's version of DC. And also just visually, like some of the art is a little, I don't know, wacky and old school in ways that make sense for a comic book on paper, but not so much on film. So we'll see where that goes. But yeah, I'm so excited for this movie just because I want to see this excellent comic book come to life.
When does the movie come out?
It's June, I believe.
Yeah, that's what I
I'm
thought.
not sure the exact date. Oh, was that Carlos?
I think it's June 26th.
That sounds correct, and in fact is correct. Yeah, so not far along, but yeah, we're in the middle of so much nerd television. We're, as we said, we're halfway through Invincible and Monarch. Daredevil just started. The Boys is starting next week.
I just finished 6 episodes of Paradise season 2.
That
was also really great.
And there's so much. I'm watching that show Rooster on Apple TV.
Yeah.
Kind of like Steve Carell, Jamie Tart in a proper British accent instead of that exaggerated Manc accent he had in Ted Lasso. And that one's kind of just like, I'm enjoying it, but barely. Like it's kind of just there for me. It's like my Sunday show until there's another Sunday show I like better. But I'll see it through. I don't know.
I can't recommend Paradise anymore.
Excellent. And then was there anything on Apple TV that you were catching up on that you?
I did. I started watching Pluribus, and I got like three episodes into that. I'm like, do I even care about this anymore? Like it's just weird. I think it's an interesting story. But like it cannot keep me on the couch. Like I keep getting up to go do other things, and I don't know what it is about that show. Like it's just maybe it's the main character doesn't engage for me, or I don't know what it is.
It's almost trippy, maybe not like Severance trippy, but a
little bit. I like Severance though.
Yeah, different flavor of trippy than Severance. Maybe not. I think Severance is so smart.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to match that. How about you, Carlos? Anything else you're enjoying lately?
Shrinking.
We started that as well. That's a great show.
I'm way behind on that.
Yeah.
I feel guilty.
It's fantastic.
Shrinking, and then my wife started Ponies on Peacock.
How is that? That's also starring Khaleesi.
Yes, it's a time period piece, 1970s Moscow, and she ends up becoming a CIA agent accidentally. So it's been pretty good from the pieces that I've seen, because she had to take a day off to be with the kids, so she watched most of it. And I was like, don't even wait for me, I'll just catch up with it later. But the parts I've seen have been very interesting for it. So yeah,
It almost is it similar to what's that movie with Nathan Shelley and Legolas, where they're like improv actors that get sucked into
no, it's very different than that, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. And who's the other actor with Khaleesi?
Oh, what was her name?
I've enjoyed her in other things. I just can't.
Yeah, I can't think of her name right now. So,
but Ponies on Peacock. I will definitely check
on Peacock
out. But yes, we have so much nerdy stuff to look forward to over the next month. Hope you will join us when it comes to time to review them. But for now, be sure to check out Revisiting the Mania, subscribe, like, and all that good stuff. Follow Mac and Carlos on Blue Sky. There are links to all their things in the Facebook and YouTube descriptions. Thank you for watching RPad TV. I'm going to make hearts out of thin air right before I get my Saja Boys Happy Meal at McDonald's. Thanks for watching RPad TV. See you next.